all-new Land Rover LR2.
Well, welcome to Tech 101. I'm Eric Hesseldahl, Senior Technology Writer here at BusinessWeek.com, and this is our weekly podcast where we answer your questions. So send them along. The email address is tech101@businessweek.com. We'll answer them and in plain English. And if you've been watching for a while, you can see we're not in our usual surroundings. We're outside the studio. We're over here at BH Photo, Video, and Pro Audio in New York. And they've been kind enough to let us come in and answer a couple questions here today. Our question this week comes from Donnie L. He didn't tell me where he lives, but I'm going to go ahead and do his question right now. I currently own a desktop computer and I'm running out of hard drive space. As I do not want to buy a new computer, what options do I have? Now, Donnie, since you've got a desktop computer, you've got more flexibility than you might expect. Now, I'm standing next to a high-end video editing workstation here, and that's a hard drive right there. There's another hard drive, and lo and behold, there's a third hard drive. Most desktop computers can take a second, usually a third, sometimes even a fourth hard drive. Just a matter of getting it installed. Now, this is the hard drive right here. It's a 250 gig hard drive from Maxtor. Really not that difficult to put in yourself. The connector is pretty simple. It's a matter of mounting it inside the slot right here. Most hard drives you can get at an electronics store of any type, and it's just a matter of learning how to mount it and following the instructions. Pretty simple, straightforward. If you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself, in the event you have a service contract for your computer, they'll do it for you, or you'll have to find somebody to help you who knows how. Really not that difficult. And once you've got it running, it's just a matter of the hard drive just shows right up on your as a drive letter, just like your C drive. So we can show you right here on the screen. We got the C drive, which is the original drive, and then we've also got a V drive and a D drive. And so those will show up under the My Computer tab on your computer once it's set up. So that should expand your computer's capability. Now, let's say for whatever reason you can't or don't have the opportunity to do this. Maybe you don't have a slot, or you don't know how to install it, or you don't know anybody who can help you out. Here's what I recommend. Get yourself an external hard drive. This is one that I use at home with my Macs. Works equally well with PCs or with Macs. It's from Seagate. It's 100 gigs. But there's lots of models out there to choose from. With Macs, sometimes you can use a FireWire. Most of them will use USB. Pretty universally compatible with any kind of computer you'd want. Works equally well as an internal hard drive. Back up some of that data that's taken up all that room, and you can just keep it connected, and it works equally well as a live hard drive as well. So you've got a lot of options, Donnie. Internal, external, work equally well. So that wraps it up for Tech 101 for this week. Thanks again to the folks at BH Photo, Video, and Pro Audio here in New York for letting us come in and use their territory to mix it up a little bit. And remember to send us your questions. Address is, once again, tech101@businessweek.com. We need your questions, and we love to have them. So remember, as I always say, when technology isn't easy, it's not your fault. We'll see you next week.
The all-new Land Rover LR2.